I want to go ahead and just talk about your impact here, because I've said multiple times already. You know what I mean? There's been so many people, that are in the music industry, and especially those that make music, whether it's being a producer or even being a rappers, they say your name, whether, either you help them get to that next level, whether it's to get that deal or, talk to that right person, or whether it's just kind of just, the advice, as far as making music, inspiration or helping with a track, you know what I mean?
So teaching them how to make tracks, showing them how to use the machine.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you look back, what does it mean to you, man, to have all these different people kind of give you your flowers and, and receive that acknowledgement, the recognition, how does that feel to you?
It feels great to me that, people here, because it's hard here, bro.
Yes.
You know what everybody thinks about Naptown. I mean, famous people, what they say about Nap is we haters. And that's the word in the industry. I've been everywhere in this business. LA, New York, Chicago, Atlanta, Miami. I've been all over.
And not just music industry, man. That's the
everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's like we're known as the place of hating and haters. You know what I'm saying? And it's like for me to get, that here from people here, it feels good. It's rewarding, and it makes me feel like, I'm in a good place with people. But, I've gotten 2 groups out of Nap, major record deals. And the third one was on the way because there was a group called Risen I was producing in Atlanta. They were from Nap. All of them was from here. We moved down to Atlanta. I was already down there. And we did a bunch of shows down there. We got hated on in Atlanta, but the girls loved us. But we got a couple of executives was wanted us, and then they would pull me to the side. Well, I want you as a producer, man. I love the group, and I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't cut like that. So we started shopping on the East Coast, and then Biggie Smalls and his partner Lance Rivera.
Really,
Biggie had just got his money to leave Bad Boy. Just did a deal with Sony, and they were going to sign us. We were talking with them about doing a deal, and he goes to Cali and gets killed. So that would have been my third group. But I got 2 groups, major deals out of here. One with LaFace, which was AFewGoodMen, and Dose of Soul was Def.Jam. Russell Simmons signed him. Actually, Andre Harrell signed us first at Uptown. And I wish we'd have stayed with Andre, because Andre had Guy, he had Jodeci, he had I'll Be Sure, he had Mary J. Blige, he knew R&B, he had Heavy D, he knew R&B, whereas Def.Jam was more of a hip hop. But Andre and Russell were best friends, so they was jarring back and forth about, wanting to sign the group. And it was good because, they were like going back and forth and bidding. We actually signed with Andre first, then Russell spent a little more money and they ended up going with Russell, But, that was it. I got those 2 guys group deals, and then almost with Risen. And myself, I got myself a publishing deal out of all the work I've been doing. It was worth $500,000. Just out of Nap, So while we were here. So I recouped that $500,000 deal having a song on a $5 million seller. And so now I'm earning for the rest of my life from,
There you go, man.
Yeah.
I wanted to touch on, before moving on from that, I just wanted to touch real quick because I think, man, that's an amazing story. So, Risen, you guys were actually really getting ready to sign with Biggie's label.
We were talking with them. They loved us. They loved our music, and we were waiting on paperwork basically because they saw us in a showcase. We drove to New York and performed for them, because Risen was like a Naptown B2K, but a little more nasty with the dance. I'm talking about Star Quest. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You feel me? So
Satisfaction.
yeah. Waylon was in the group. Waylon, Aaron DuPont's Waylon, Jason Hill, Jay Hill, and Ernie Jones, rest in peace, EJ. But they were just like a B2K, same color, nice, cool looking guys. Everywhere we went, the girls were just, because Ponce used to be in AFewGoodMen at first. Aaron used to be in AFewGoodMen with David. So when Usher's mom tried to put AFewGoodMen back together, and that didn't work out. And Aaron just, he was just doing his own thing. And we just built Risen because we knew guys here, and just But they were a group that was like a B2K, but
Damn.
just Nap version. Nastier, though. Nastier with the dancing.
Do you ever think about what would have happened, you know what I'm saying, if Biggie, you know what I'm saying, didn't have that happen to him, you know what I mean? And you actually made that deal happen, man. Do you ever think about that?
I think about it, man, but, you know, some things you want to question God about things, but I don't. I mean, sometimes I think he wants us to, but, you know, I just don't. It's like I wonder. There was a couple of things that happened, you know, in my career where I'm like, wow, they were right there, and she stopped the show right before they went on. It's like, that was my group. You know, the world never got to see them. Why, you know? So it's like, you know, I could question a bunch of things, you know, just, you know.
I got you. I got you.
It is, you know, it's just things happen, and, you know, just like with the Funky Dope Lovin' single. You know, that just happened, you know, be like, wow, all that work, everything we did, and then at the end, the world never hears it.
It's like, good to get the background on that, because, you know, when I was, you know, remembering all that stuff, you know what I mean? Because, you know, you remember the singles that came off of there. Yeah. And I'm just looking at that.
Every one of them was top 5 single.
Hey, man, that was a hot album.
Twisted.
And I'm just looking at that. I'm looking at where it is on the album. I'm looking at who's on the album. I'm thinking, oh, that's a single. Like, it has to be. I'm looking up, okay, man, what did this single do? And it was just like it was never released. I'm just like,
what artist do you know features people that are on the same caliber that you are, and then they never released a record?
That's a single. Like, that's a single. It's like, yeah. In those days, I mean, you're not putting that type of money to put all them together. They all getting paid. They all getting paid.
I mean, I said the first day there was fruit baskets everywhere, and women, and, you know, this is Keith and Aaron and, you know, Gerald Levert, you know. So,
hey, man. But still, I mean, 5 times, I don't know anybody here. Man. And maybe, you know what I'm saying, maybe there's somebody, but I don't know nobody here got a 5 times. Man,
you know,
got that, you know what I mean?
Well, not here now. I mean, maybe now. I have to give flowers to my OG, Reggie Griffin, because I found out, you know, because I was talking to somebody else, and they're like, man, I didn't know you did a record for Quincy Jones. Like, yeah, I mean, nobody else in Indiana can say they produced a record for Quincy Jones, who's a producer himself, who produced Thriller, paid me to produce an artist on his label.
Did you have a chance to meet Quincy, man?
I didn't meet Quincy, but Quincy sent me a check. He loved my songs, and he put it out.
Hey, man, I love getting Quincy Jacks, boy.
Yeah, man. You know, Reggie Griffin did a record with Quincy Jones, though. I have to say that. So somebody corrected me. Paul Thomas, OG, another producer. Here it is. Say, hey, no, man, Reggie. So I think, okay. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know, I don't brag on myself a lot, but I've worked with a lot of people in the game, man. A lot of people, you know. Teddy Riley had music of mine.
Teddy Riley, man. Hey,
Gino Shelton tried to say that one day. Gino said, you know, you're our Teddy. He went on the radio and was talking about me one day. He said, Billy Bad is like our Teddy Riley. I'm like, wow, that's crazy to have that. I'm
that's
nowhere
dope,
near Teddy
man.
Riley. And then I'm nowhere near Teddy Riley.
You probably, but to them,
but yeah, I'm thankful that, you know, because I did such a different R&B and rap music, and, you know, I'm from that.
But, you know, that brings me to my next question, though, man, because, you know, we just got finished talking about all the respect. Everybody's giving you flowers, you know what I'm saying? Like David, even Gino Shelton, man, giving you flowers, man. But do you feel like that you are getting the respect that you deserve? Do you feel like, man, that maybe that, you know what I'm saying, for everything that you have done, man, all the people that you've worked with, do you feel that you're really getting the full flowers that you really deserve?
I do, because, you know, these are accomplishments and things that I did, you know, years ago, you know what I mean? And for people to still be, like, showing me love, you know, because of what I have done, how I have put on for the city, and whenever it was, it's still good. Like, you know, I was invited here recently to Maxie's album release party, and then Goldie P, he had his, and the young guy at the city, they just showed me so much love, man. Everybody there just
I'm happy to see
showed
that.
me so much love. I mean, Maxie, D. Golder, who I've worked with Devin Golder before on a bunch of stuff. You know, everybody just showed me so much love, man. You know what I mean? Everybody.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean? All the rappers that were there. Reddy Rocky even told me, he's like, man, you haven't got your flowers, man. You know, I'm like I told him, I was like, man, there's a lot of cats ain't got their flowers from that. You know, like some people say, man, you the GOAT, man. I'm like, I'll take that, but to some people, he's the GOAT or you're the GOAT. You know what I mean? So I'll take that, but you know, to somebody else, you know, they might see another producer as the GOAT. You know what I mean? I'll take that. And I feel like I have. I'm thankful for people still acknowledging, because I'm still in the game. I'm still relevant. I'm still working on projects now.
That's all right.
And so it's like, you know, I'm thankful, and you know, I don't really take it for granted that people, you know, bigging me up. It's cool. It's good to get that, but I do that for others too, though. You know, I do that for other people.
Man, we definitely heard about that, but I'm gonna tell you something, man. When you, like I'm saying, the more people that we interview, and more people I get into it, man, it's just like the more they keep talking about the process, man, I hear Billy Bad.
Right.
I hear Billy Bad, man. And so, I mean, I just want to know whether you felt like you got your flowers, man, because, you know, I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it. Like people are saying it, like, and that's the crazy thing. When you know, man, you got some respect, man. When you got other people, man, saying your name, like, hey, man, this person helped me out, man. If it wasn't for Billy Bad, I wouldn't have gotten here. If it wasn't for Billy Bad, you know what I'm saying? You know, so
here,
man,
especially now.
I know, right?
Especially now, like I said before, especially here, man.
we're gonna just clap that for real, man. Absolutely, man.